Are you ready? Stand by. If you are finished.
On an 8? On I wouldn't do that.
That's what you're hoping. Yeah. But there's steel out there.
Yeah. Which causes... It's been running great. Well, right now.
If you are finished.
Nuts.
I don't think...
Nope.
Go for it. Does it? Rip it. Rip it. It's so cool when it's put the thing down and rip the cylinder switch.
Is that a 9 or is it a...
Crap.
That was not your best run.
No, it was not my best run. So, all in all, not as bad a match as it looks like on the surface. I am legitimately pleased with some of the things I saw watching the footage, the 24 times it takes to put put these lavishly edited videos together. Although, as far as lavishly edited videos go, you can't beat Tactical Fellowship. His hit indicator videos are pretty excellent. Anyway, in between the technical issues, there was the germ of a good match performance here. One of the reasons I went to the trouble of making the malfunction timer TM was for what-if purposes. I spent 54 seconds, as it turned out, dealing with my gun not working while the timer was running, and that's a bit less than a third of my final overall time, which is pretty awful. Giving myself back those 54 seconds, split up according to the stages where I lost them, puts me at 132 seconds for the match, which is good for about 47.5% overall and a solid 70.7 low cap score. 47% overall is a pretty respectable finish. That has me beating a lot of the newbies and a lot of the super seniors, and maybe, you know, a C guy in other divisions, like an ordinary C guy who's having a bad day, say. So, on to the bad stuff. It is getting late, and I don't want to carp about the problems I've already covered at length in on-screen text during the video, so I won't, except to say that I'll be putting the suggestions from the guys at the ENOS forum into action at my next live fire practice, and hopefully the Castlewood match at the end of this month will see the cylinder binding problems fixed. The other bad thing that I will mention is that this classifier would have been a high C run without the gun issues, or a low B if I could have pulled out all alphas, and that was pretty doable since the delta I had was on a sticky trigger pull. And it's kind of a bummer to miss that, but at least they're both below 35%. So, well, it's below 35%, so I don't have to worry about carrying another bad classifier record on my card. On to the good stuff, movement. This is probably the best I've done at hitting my marks and making good entries to and exits from positions. I'm not sure if it's actually good or if it just looked better than normal in hat cam view, but it's still an improvement. Doesn't take a third-person camera to see really bad movement, and you've seen some of that on display in my previous videos. Gear. So I got my 3D printer set up to make things in nylon recently, and have been taking advantage of that. I haven't yet figured out the material entirely, but I did get it figured out enough to print an even larger cylinder latch, which I like more than the original extended version I made, even. Unfortunately, it's not red, but it's pretty much literally impossible to miss unless I really like kind of drag my thumb up and around, which I won't do on the clock because, you know, kind of just up and over is what a thumb wants to do when you're going for a button like that. I also flipped the muzzle support assembly around on the holster and put it on the support rod backward, which puts the sharp set screw on the side which is not adjacent to my pants, and as such I did not cut up a pair of khakis today. Last good thing, reloads. I wasn't super consistent, but when I was on, I was on. My initial impression that this method is faster for me on average than the strong hand reload seems to be borne out by match performance. So like I said, I'm trying to keep this commentary segment a bit shorter than usual, so that's all I've got for this time. See you next match.